Packers fans. This is the Packer Mentality Podcast, where I try to keep you up to date and shed a little light on what is happening on and off the field with the Packers. If you're new to the channel, or if you've joined me before, welcome and thank you so much for being here. Before we get going, as usual, please help me build this channel. Take a minute to subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. Tell me what you want me to talk about. And then when we're all done, go follow me on social media at Packer Mentality. You might notice the different surroundings. I'm on location for Thanksgiving at my mother-in-law's house, but I'll be back home in a few days. The Packers serve their fans a feast to be thankful on Thanksgiving Day, defeating the Lions 29-22 in Detroit. And in doing so, they showed that this team has backbone, that the plan is on track, and most notably highlighted that these young players have what it takes to win games against good teams in the NFL. And that is what happened today in Detroit. This was a very good Lions team. In a sweet retaliation to their Week 4 defeat, the Packers got their payback and showed attitude and confidence. The tone was set even before the game started when the Packers won the toss and elected to receive, and it paid off. Christian Watson beats the Lions deep on the very first play and just made a really nice catch on a 53-yard pass. That set the stage for Jordan Love threading a very small needle to Jaden Reed for a touchdown. It was a great start, but looked like it might be a shootout when the Lions answered with a touchdown of their own, but they missed the extra point. And that was the Lions' best and last chance they had to tie the game. The Packers went on to score on their next drive, and then the defense started to make some stops. As I predicted last week, a fast start, turnovers, and winning in the trench were keys to the Packers' victory today. Sean Gary, Kenny Clark, and the defensive line took the spotlight, disrupting the Lions' offensive rhythm and creating turnovers. 3 of them, actually. Jonathan Owen was a defensive force, contributing a touchdown on a fumble recovery. Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, and the defensive line were terrific in pressuring Jared Goff. Sean Gary had 3 sacks. Kenny Clark, Preston Smith, and the rest of the line kept Jared Goff under pressure all game. And behind them, the Packers got enough from a patched together secondary to keep the Lions out of the end zone most of the game. Most impressively, the defense made stands on 4 fourth downs to force turnovers on downs. And that doesn't even include the punt return team stopping a fake punt. Switching gears to the offense, this felt like a game where Jordan Love could continue his rise if his receivers continued their growth. With no Luke Musgrave or Dontavian Wicks, guys really stepped up, and this group played extremely well. Jaden Reed, 4 catches for 34 yards, including the touchdown I mentioned. Romeo Doubs, who always seems to show up when they need third down catches, had 3 for 37. Malik Heath, after catching his first NFL pass last week, he has a big day with Dontavian Wicks being out. He had 4 catches for 46 yards. Another guy playing due to injury, or playing more due to injury, Tucker Kraft, in there for Luka Musgrave, had 2 catches for 15 yards and his first NFL touchdown. And not to be forgotten, Jordan Love and Christian Watson finally synced up, with Watson hauling in 5 receptions for an impressive 94 yards to lead the team, including a game-sealing touchdown in the third quarter. Jordan Love continued his upward trajectory, putting up stellar numbers with 22 completions on 32 attempts, 268 yards, throwing 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. Love's consistently impressive performances raises the question of when he'll hit the tipping point for that long-term contract. And it all showcases the impact of having a talented receiving group in sync with their quarterback. The Packers are cooking up success, and the future looks pretty promising right now. We'll talk more about the receiving group talent and being on the same page with your quarterback when we start talking about the Chiefs, because it looks a little like they are having that issue right now. But that's a discussion for next week. The Packers get a mini bye and can watch everyone else play this weekend, and hopefully they'll get a few guys healthy. I'll be back early next week. Until then, enjoy a really good win. Have a great weekend. And if you're traveling for the holidays, be safe and go, Pack, go.